Why is it so tough to learn Qi Men Dun Jia? Hi, my name is Douglas Chan. I'm the Qi Men teacher. Most of the reason why people are not easy to learn Qi Men Dun Jia, basically there are a few sectors. So the question is, what is the information that you know about Qi Men Dun Jia first? That means there are many sectors. First, there are the divination. Most people, they know Qi Men Dun Jia as divination only. And there's also destiny chart reading. There's also selection of dates in terms of auspicious. And then at the same time, we can also use Qi Men Dun Jia for auditing in terms of feng shui. So most people, they are stuck in this divination sector before we even proceed to any other three other sectors itself. So question is, why is it so difficult? First thing, there are so many layers of information to be learned, to be memorized, to be understood. So the first thing is the five element, the stems, the heavenly stems, the earthly stem, and then the trigram itself within the nine palaces. And then at the same time, we have to see the combination of the stem, the top stem and the bottom stem. And then within the stem itself, what is in the palace. That means there's also other meanings behind it. At the same time, we also need to learn the nine stars, the eight doors, and the eight gods within it. And from there, different people ask different relationship basing on different angle. We also have to see things differently. So the complication is so intense that if a person does not understand the basic level of metaphysics, it's going to be very difficult to even learn the basic. So that's where a lot of people fail to understand. So this is only the first layer of information. That means understanding the basic information. Second layer of information is the angle of asking the question. How to ask the question? What angle should we cut through from in terms of trying to dissect the factor? And at the same time, the third factor is when the person asks about a certain situation, it can come to a stage whereby they might be a bit biased because the question involved in themselves or involved in their family member, or even there could be a certain angle of where this might be some beneficial for them. So they tend to tilt towards a certain angle whereby they are very biased towards that sector. And then because of that, we will need to understand that this is a critical factor for many people when they do a divination for Qi Men Dun Jia. Another factor, which is the fourth factor, is integrating all the information together. That means once we have the stem plus stem, we have the heavenly stem, we have the earthly stem, we have the god, we have the palace, so on and so forth. When we merge all this information together, what does it really mean? So the angle can be multiple dimension depending on the person's experience, the person's ability, and the person's foresight in terms of imagination. So situation is that most people, when they are stuck in certain area, they cannot go beyond that sector, which means that from step 1 up to step 5, they are okay. But when you reach the step 6 or more, they have a problem. They cannot go beyond that. That's why in Qi Men Dun Jia, first thing first you need to understand is you need to learn the basic carefully first. Understanding the basic component. What does all these symbols, stems, God, stars represent? And then from there, how do you integrate them piece by piece together and merge them together? And this will be the kind of understanding. Once you're able to reach that level, slowly you base on different kind of question, certain angle, and then from there, you're able to see what are the real information underneath the chart of the Qi Men Dun Jia. That's where you become the next level. Of course, if we go further, there'll be more. We have talked about the percentage increase, the Tai Sui, how does it implies? How does the percentage plus percentage integration itself? And then we have the six punishment, we have the integrate, so on and so forth. There are so many things to be learned. But more important is this. This skill itself, it takes a while to learn. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, depends on the ability of the person. It's pretty impossible to do it within 3 to 5 days. Maybe you can cover the basic knowledge, but to really understand the basic scope of it is still a far-fetched challenge to go into. So you must understand, it takes time, it takes experience, it takes devotion, And it takes a lot of effort to learn this particular skill. So if you're really interested in learning Qi Men Dun Jia, I will advise you to learn the basic first, and then from there, bit by bit, part by part. And then from there, you'll be able to kind of grab the whole idea about this Qi Men Dun Jia. Then after that, once you learn the divination, you go to destiny chart, go to date selection, and then go for the feng shui audit itself. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Douglas Chen.